from My News 26 and CCTV. It's high school basketball. Coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School. This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
And good Tuesday evening, everybody, and welcome to the gym here at Cadillac High School for tonight's presentation of Big North boys basketball action between the host Vikings and the visiting Gaylord Blue Devils. Alongside my brother in baldness, Eric Richards, I am Jay Simon. So glad to have you with us here for this one, as it's a rematch of two teams that played back on February 1st in their first Big North matchup. And man, was that an exciting one in Gaylord. Cooper Benson hitting a three-pointer at the buzzer in overtime to give the Vikings a 60-59 win. Can only hope we get a game like that.
Yeah, and you know, the key stat of the night that I was told is, although that there just kind of ruins it, but the key stat is 50 points. The Vikings are 10-0 when they hold an opponent under 50. And I was told they were 0-6, but apparently they're 1-5.
1-5
when an opponent scores more than 50. Maybe that's regulation he was talking about. Who knows? But yeah, that was a really exciting game, and the Blue Devils are coming into town, and they want a little revenge. Nobody likes losing on their home court in front of their home fans, and looking to have a really high-powered, fun game to watch tonight.
Vikings come into this game 10-6. The Blue Devils are 10-5. But the Vikings have had a little more luck in the Big North. They're 5-3 in second place behind Petoskey, who leads the Big North at 8-1, and then Gaylord is just 3-4. So both teams not in the race, neither team in the race really for the Big North title, but the Vikings obviously looking to kind of keep pace and maybe cause some trouble as they close out the regular season. They've only got one game left. This is a makeup game from early in the season. They were actually supposed to meet back on December 8th. That game snowed out, and so being made up here. So the Vikings have just one game left with Alpena. Gaylord has just one game left as well, I believe, in league play, and I'll pull that up in a second. But tonight, it's about two teams that love to shoot from deep. The Vikings have been doing it pretty well.
Yeah, as a team, they're shooting 34%, and Jay, that is equivalent to about 50 to 55% if you're shooting twos all the time. So that's a really high, that's a solid number, especially for a three-point shooting team to have that. Now, what you hope is that on nights when they're not shooting well, their defense is there to bail them out. So the last time I watched them play, their defense was a little suspect. They managed to pull out that victory, but we'll see how they play against tonight. I heard that they've shored up some things defensively. They're playing better as a unit, so that'll be fun to watch tonight. You know, I didn't play much defense when I played. You know this.
You didn't play any defense. Who are you kidding?
But I do enjoy watching and talking. It's nice to talk about.
It is nice to talk about. That's right. Every bald broadcaster I've had on this program doesn't play any defense. Well, let's talk about the Gaylord Blue Devils. As I mentioned, they come in 10-5. They feature a lot of height, a lot of size. Ethan LaRose, a 6'11 junior, is actually not dressed and not able to play tonight. But never fear, 6'7 Jordan Gopinski will be alive and around to roam the middle for the Blue Devils. And then they're going to have to deal with Blake Charbonneau, a 6'4 junior who can handle the rock, who can shoot from range. The other players to look for the Blue Devils, Nick Rowley's a 6' senior who can definitely shoot. Charlie May is 6'3 senior. Little birdie telling us that he might be one of the best players on the team, but has been coming off the bench, and we'll see some decent minutes as well. But you look at this roster, Charbonneau goes 6'4, May goes 6'3. They've got at least 4 other players that go 6'3. And then Cade Coonrod, a 5'6 senior, comes off the bench as well and gives them a spark.
There's a runt in every litter, Jay.
Mr. and Mrs. Coonrod, we don't mean that at all. Meanwhile, the Vikings, it's all senior heavy, and it's been senior heavy all year long. Keegan Brooks, Cooper Benson, Vinny Genema, Maddox Hoagland comes off the bench after coming back from that knee injury earlier in the year. Tip Baker, the only sophomore on either roster, if I'm not mistaken, is a starter and really kind of the heart and soul of this team. He missed some significant time early, and they really are starting to mesh with him back, really just in time for the postseason.
Yeah, they're gonna they need him for their offense, the way he shoots, the way he runs, the way he dribbles, his handle. You know, the Vikings, if you haven't seen him play, they're a run and shoot style offense. They like to get up tempo, they like to shoot threes, they like to get in your shorts, do some full court pressing, and to have that extra ball handler, that extra speed, that extra shooter there really helps them out a lot.
Had a good one back on February 1st. We're hoping for another good one tonight. Cadillac Vikings and the Gaylord Blue Devils. Big North boys basketball action coming your way in a moment here on My News 26 and CCTV. Tip-off right after this.